And the final piece is the piece that completes. When you visit Israel, the way they greet one another, they say shalom. Very similar to the Arabs, salam, right? And it's kind of, if you look at it, it's very similar to us, the Westerners, because we say hello. And I think Coach Josh, or one of the coaches, mentioned before that when you greet someone hello, it actually means health to you. And when we say health, we're not just referring to physical health. I hope you're well physically. But health, in fact, is a wellness. It's an entire sphere of wellness in their lives. I hope you're healthy. You know, it's not as complete when you say, I hope you're healthy just physically, but mentally you're breaking down. But it encompasses all health, all aspect of health. I hope you're healthy in mind, spirit, and sound. And that's the same idea of shalom as well. When you greet someone shalom, it actually translates to peace, but a deeper meaning of that is completeness. So in a sense, you're really telling them, I hope you're complete. I hope you're whole. In Judges chapter 6, after just going back and forth with God and Gideon, I'm here for you. Well, excuse me, but I'm sending you. Well, excuse me, I'm the least. Well, I'm going to be there with you. Well, excuse me, because I just have to know that it's you, and let me do an offering. And so he comes back, and finally, alas, that's how he realizes, Sovereign Lord, I have seen the angel of the Lord face to face. So till then, he really didn't believe that was God. He really thought that was some stranger that was talking to him. And he finally realized, alas, Lord, I have seen the Lord face to face. But the Lord said to him, peace, shalom, do not be afraid. You're not going to die. So when God says peace to us many times, Jesus said peace many times, and he didn't mean it like in the 60s, peace or peace out or West Coast, things like that. So you can just imagine all the slangs and terms I got growing up because my name was Peace. Peace, peace, peace out, peace. Anyways, that's just my story. But when God refers and calls out shalom, when Jesus calls out shalom, peace, do not be afraid, it's because a lot of times when we are afraid, there's something missing in our soul. Our soul is not complete. That's why we're so afraid. When Paul refers, when in Philippians chapter 4, he says, do not be anxious and do not worry, and let peace of God transcend. He's actually completing imagery where when we're anxious, the Greek word, it actually also means to suffocate, as I think Coach Amber mentioned, but it also creates a picture, if you look at it in picture sense, someone that is in parts. When someone is anxious, when someone is worried, when someone is fearful, it shows that they're in pieces. They're in parts. They're not complete. They're missing something. So when Paul says, let the peace of God, he's talking about let him be the one to complete that for you. And when God and the Lord tells Gideon, peace, shalom, do not be afraid, he's saying, let me be the one to complete that. And it's very common in the Hebrew world of their preference to peace. Their idea of shalom was never about this external quiet, this external restfulness, but this internal completeness. So when God says, I will make peace, in Ephesians chapter 2, for he himself is our peace. So this is in Greek, so it's in Greek is Erene, who has made the two groups one and has destroyed the barrier, dividing wall of hostility. So this verse, in fact, just completely draws a picture of Jesus himself putting two broken parts together and completing it. And that's why Paul in Ephesians 2 refers to him as peace as well. He is our completion. He completes us. I don't mean to pull off a Tom Cruise. You complete me. God completes you as He becomes our shalom. When we're broken, we're left in pieces. When we're fearful, we're in many parts. But when we start to acknowledge God is my peace, He is the one that completes all my being. So Gideon, verse 24, built an altar to the Lord there and called it, "The Lord is peace." God completes who I am. God completes my ability, my lack in ability. God completes my lack in where I think. God completes my leadership. God completes where I failed to trust. It's the peace